4. It got them a kill and an opening as Elise got the rifle. 4 players here. Up against the one waiting Rain, and he can still cause a lot of damage here. 1, 2, looking for the low HP, but that's all he'll get. Elise finally takes him down, and this is how they got into the round before, so still a chance here.
Nico realizes that the door has been opened and closed as they walk back toward the site, and therefore they're going to be burrowing in B. Confirms that as well. Elise does get one with the AK-47. So another gun down, which is going to be left in the open, they'll be able to pick up. Nitro does so. And now it's all about saving for Liquid. Again, they had 2K at the start of this round, no investment as a result. They'll boost their economy considerably by holding on to the AK-47s. They're only going to get $2,400 as a bonus. Been a while since I've seen this spot used. Yeah, I like
a little bit of celebration.
I like cheering for cleverness.
Yeah, it is an interesting spot for sure. Liquid will save 2 AK-47s, and considering the investment, that's not too bad at all. 2 kills for Elise. He was good on Inferno as well. He's currently on 14 kills, 7 deaths. So with him firing off like that, maybe we still got a chance. 7-4. And we're 3-0 up, and yet to really win a gun round here, Matt. They have won the pistol and the 2 follow-up rounds there, and then a round of pistols as well. Round number 12, no AWP once again for JDM. Fully equipped Faze here. Heading towards middle, and Nitro and Twist want to challenge. Molotovs deployed and good nades towards Guardian, but no real damage inflicted. Nico looks at that jump again.
Yeah. Every time, I know you love seeing it, and you hate seeing it at the same time.
This walked in B here, Matt, and Stanislav's by himself with like a Famas or something. How is he holding off? The round's done.
This is Liquid getting desperate for information on A.
Bombs planted, and he's got sort of Famas. They have to wait for the full retake now.
Elise as well has gone all the way around to try and come through T-spawn, but Rain and Nico, one towards short, one in the underpass, should be ready for the position. Olaf already gets the headshot on Stan. Do you call the early save?
Yeah, you definitely do.
I think you have to.
Yeah, it's done. Round was over, they got the bomb down there.
And again, Liquid were going aggressive, taking a gamble because that's the position they're in. That's how things have gone for them. Good find at least to get Twist to stay alive. And if they'd gone toward A, hey, maybe different story, but the problem is you can't really afford to give up too much more. And they give up yet another round, which will make it 8 for Faze in total, and they lose another gun as Elise goes down. So that'll be costly as well.
Well, that's Guardian getting all the intel at the very start of the round. He's been Molotov, double-naded, and they've used that information. The double nades have come through, and they have been showing presence towards long as well. Let's just walk in the B bomb site. In they go. They do manage to get in. Some fans more excited than others here, it seems. They do get in towards the B bomb site, and Stanislav, poor him, he has to hold the site with a Famas by himself, and he has to hold a very defensive position, just jumping up. And by the time he realizes what's going on, bomb was down, and it's not the end of the world. They do save weaponry, and JDM does bring out the AWP this round, so that was the correct decision to make. You took a gamble, didn't work out for you. 8-4, Faze win the half, which is not good news on the CT side. I'm over a pass for Liquid, but still not out of this one just yet.
Nade goes through, and Rain gets tagged. Guardian. The sight finds Twist in there. Finds Nitro in the chest. And they'll take the treasure straight to the B site. Fast plant on top of the platform. Stan again locked out toward the jungle. He's going bad to worse. Guardian can't hit every single shot, but that's fine. He's done enough as they hold the position. Elise gets to window. In the smoke, Nico will know that he is there and look to try and swing wide. Get the spray down, but can't. That actually opens up a chance for Liquid. Stan found Guardian as well. It comes to a 2 versus 2, and there is kits for both Liquid players who go aggressive, but Elise not fast enough. Leaves JDM, who was great yesterday with the off, this time caught out by Kerrigan, getting closer and closer. Another round for Faze.
Just bullying that B bomb site, it seems. They had manpower there this time, but Guardian, as we've said, impeccable form for him right now. Known for the close range interactions as well. The AWP just singing for him as he walks into towards the B bomb site. The opening kill on Twist was great. The second close range even better. And that's it again. If you find those kind of openings and you've got the B bomb site under control, bomb down before the retake even begins, it is going to be round over. Decent attempt by Liquid. They got a couple of frags, maybe 3, but JDM left in a 2 versus 1 with the bombs all boys halfway through. You got 2 kills to find and a defuse to make as well with the AWP on your back. It's just not going to happen. 9-4 in terms of loss bonus. It is a maximum now for the CTs, but that's not normally enough. T-cell, we can get away with that. CT, not so much. Everyone's hovering around the 3.8k mark. You can't get the AWP out. If you do buy, it'll be UMPs and FAMASes. So they have taken a pause. Just to note again, we have not seen a gun round put on the board by Liquid just yet. 3-0 to open things up after winning the pistol, then they won an eco round as well. I can confirm they buy into this round though. It won't be the forced buy. They keep themselves at about $1,500. FAMAS comes out, MP9 for a leash, and they'll get $3,400 next round. That's if they don't win this one, and they should be able to buy pretty well into the next. Faze with double digits here, around number 14.
Train goes by. Kerrigan looks to throw the smokes toward B. The rest of his team grouped toward the bathrooms, fountain party area, courtyard of A side. And Elish has to be a little bit careful down toward the tunnels and in the stairwell. They actually time this to get behind them because they actually are setting for smokes. If Elish goes up now, if he had rounded the corner, they had their backs exposed. Thankfully, Guardian swings in time, and Elish lost courage at the last possible second. Olaf walks into the site in round 14, going to go the same as many others, and make it now double digits for Faze. The second time in 2 games, they'll have double digits early, and last time, to be fair, they had 15 rounds early.
I'm just going to check on the scoreboard now. There's some storylines we were following going into the pre-game here. We said JDM, he had to be influential on overpass. He had to have something going in his favour. Currently 2 kills, 11 deaths. He has not stepped up. He has not risen to the occasion there against Guardian, who has been playing well, but he hasn't been godlike Guardian. He hasn't done anything monstrous. He's just been finding opening picks. He's done 10 kills, and JDM, he had to be influential. The only player that's really impressed me so far is Elish. He found that one round where they recovered the M4 when they had only pistols, and then at that point, no one else really showing me that they've got anything to really go toe-to-toe with Faze right now. Twist, we needed him to be lights out today as well. Big grand final for him, 17 years old, and hasn't really delivered the goods, which is understandable. It's a lot of pressure here. No one from Liquid really performing right now. And Faze just cruising in the second map. Round number 15, looking for 11-4 after losing the pistol as well. It's not bad. If you're just joining us, the first map was a bit of a massacre. 15-0 in the first half in favour of Faze Clan on the CT side of Inferno. This one, although better, hasn't got that much more exciting as of yet. Round number 15, JDM with the AWP. What does he got as we go aggressive towards middle once again?
Liege. M4 backs off, flashes early, did have the right idea, but no one to support him in doing so. Stan was well back toward A, so a 2-man setup toward A is going to have a lot of pressure applied, especially because they've gone toward the flower pot on Faze's side. Rain's going to start to push toward Legion. Stan's gone passive. Rain just obliterates Elish, even if he was top fragging for the entire server. There's no chance he was ever going to win that duel because Rain took it very convincingly.
Nothing he can do there. Smoked out, isolated, and good night, Elish. The only real hope they've had on overpass so far. Flashbangs have come in. Stanislaw, bottom of the scoreboard right now, needs to find a frag. It's Olaf Meister though, and it's just another convincing round for Faze. Everything covered. Nico watching the flanks, and I wish I could get excited about this half. After I saw the 3-0, I thought there would be a chance for Liquid, but not posting a single gun round suggests things aren't going to get better anytime soon. We are going to take a break this time. We'll come back with half number 2 and see if Liquid can do anything about this deficit.
things looked better for Liquid by getting an early pistol and a 3-0 start, but we have a similar story in that Faze has extended a massive lead. 11-4 while they were on the terrorist side of overpassing map, but Liquid has not had good success on this weekend, unlike Inferno. But mind you, are in better position, oddly enough, at half. Either way.
You've painted quite the bleak picture, I have to say. But,
listen, they've been spamming their squids. It's more like a damn squib, I think.
Damn squib, yeah, you're right. We'll see. Well, if we get into it, it will be actually a Liege on 15 kills. If he can continue that in this pistol, maybe we have a chance to work with him. Round number 16. In terms of the buy. Don't let me get it. Oh my God, what has happened? Rain at long, looking for blood, and he gets 4 headshots. It's over. The refs called it. They're dead. It's, oh my God.
Wow. Wow. That is ridiculous.
I was just looking into the buy. Give us a chance.
That is insane. That's about as fast as we used to see things happen from Dennis when he was on Fnatic with the pistol. 4 kills, Olaf cleans out the last, and Liquid are going to be scratching their heads, wondering how they got so wet. It's suddenly now just going to be a rifle on Olaf and Rain. The rest are going to go immediately onto SMGs, and then for Liquid, even without the bomb plant, won't go for the armor. They'll go for Tech 9s, PG-50s, and 2 players, and that's about all.
Good Lord. That really has set the tone, hasn't it? Well, what can he say about that one? It's going to be 12-4. No force buy from Liquid. It was guaranteed to be 13 here for Faze, and could be a very quick map indeed. Not as quick as the Thirst, but still, Liquid completely ravaged there by Rain. Number 17. Go towards the A side, but Rain looking to add more to his tally. 2 more scalps for him. He does go down eventually. Twist gets him. And JDM, the final player for Team Liquid. It looks like they might be buying up here in the third. They might have to go get low armor. Can't afford to take another Rico, surely.
Well, they'll do what they can. 13 rounds already achieved for Faze.
I thought they were going to go for the cheesy approach where you get the Galil's head armor out and no nades. They're going to take another full eco here pretty much and go down 14-4. I think they had to force buy in the second and maybe try and take a bit of a gamble in that respect and get back into the game. I don't think a 14-4 scoreline is recoverable. But this is looking promising. Olafmeister, a little too overzealous there. Does go down to the hands of Stanislav with the PG-50. Rico, though, only gets 1. We have got something to work with here, man.
They've got something inside of the site in terms of access, but not with weapons. Picked up a few SMGs on the way through. It's going to be Stan actually shooting with an M4 rather, and he makes it work to good success. Give him the flames, Nitro. Oh, he wants the extra $300. Get it? Doesn't matter. They get the round. More importantly, Liquid pick up number 5. Only keep in mind the 26th round now that Faze have lost all weekend. Some breath to the air of the auditorium. Guardian stays on the AWP. Gets aggressive with it. Olaf will buy up an M4 as well, so they're forced by and try and force Liquid out of the game early. Rain of the Eagle, meanwhile, knows the angle, pre-fires it. JDM was near enough by, but not so much to hit with bullets, rather with a nade. It takes JDM down to 62 from range. And they'll transition beyond after the smoke dissolves. Rain does the same. He'll watch out toward long as Twist and Nitro head that direction. Deagle can be menacing, we know. Also looking to get more aggressive inside the bathrooms. Exchange puts Rain low. Olaf goes back toward the dumpster stairwell. Support with the rifle inside of the site. Guardian with the AWP gets aggressive at the bottom of the mid stairs inside of short, so he can hold off to make sure no one else is going to head that direction. Gives them more information to work with. The one problem in that is that Stan stays out toward Monster at long B and can distract enough to discourage any information that they think they have, and the AWP misses. Elige capitalizes. Oh, careful on the reload, because he gets caught out. Nico pushes at the exact time, couldn't quick switch away from it. He'll go back. Doesn't collect the AWP. I was going to say he tried to, but walked by it, but does think better of it and goes back for it. He knows that there's at least a player toward Monster, so he's got to be very careful with the AWP, but Nico up close. Flash over. Nico up close, and a flash over takes down Stan. Back in behind the pillar. Chance for more. Nearly gets it. Sets for the third shot. Still not finding it. Getting desperate as he's waiting for them to get closer. But the no-scope still works. Nitro gets him down in the end. But it's made it interesting, and it's made it awkward. Kerrigan still just has the CZ, but Olaf is fully equipped. A smoke kit. 95 HP in the M4. And he'll wait for Kerrigan to get information. They'll allow the plant in doing so because that means the smoke should be gone, I think, in the next 6 seconds toward the sandbags. In fact, Kerrigan's going to force the issue, goes in. Nitro gets the kill and trades it now. He knows exactly where both are. A better shot, JDM on the AWP.
Something to work with here for Liquid. It was up against essentially the force buyer, the Faze clan there. They had the AWP, the CZs, the M4, but not quite enough to finish out the round there. 2 on 2. And Olofmeister waiting for his opportunity to strike from heaven. His teammate couldn't help him out, and Liquid do hold on. Then comes out for Elige. 13-6 now. A couple of lifelines found. Game's certainly not over. Full eco for Faze. The first kill for JDM.
First kill. Got a second, just barely misses to the side, although it's Nitro and Twist. Olofmeister, Elige will do so, walking up from the stairwell, and now Liquid start to get something under their belt. 7 rounds to their name. Again, though, only 1 gun round all game. So that's still a problem, and we will have a gun round on our hands now for Faze.
Yet to post a gun round. 13-7. No Guardian or 4 M4s, and then the famous for Guardian.
You're actually right, excuse me, because the one they did win was the flank with the pistols picked up, so they have not won a gun round at all.
Well, the builder comes through in terms of CT aggression. We've got Kerrigan and Co going towards that connector. It's an equal exchange for now, but the advantage still lies with Liquid. They head towards the B side. They've been funneled there almost, and Guardian, he's causing work, but tries to upgrade to the AK, taken down by Elige. Still a 3-on-3.
Oh, Nico was getting clever. Smoke off on barrels rather than a Molotov. It comes out a little bit later. He was jumping on top of the barrels. I thought he might have had a gap toward Monster. He did not. However, Olof has done more than equal task. It's Nitro, the last alive, found out by Nico in the last second as he tried to dance around the pillar.
Still can't find that gun round victory. Team Liquid taken down with the aggression of Faze there. When you're down there with no AWP, you've got a player on a FAMAS as well, you're limited utility, no kits, you might as well try and get towards the connector and duel at that point as well. You know your aim's stronger than Liquid right now. All 5 players are performing, and there were difficult times. Faze obviously wasn't having the cleanest of run in that round, but still funneling towards B. That was the really smart move at that point. Rotating their players over. Nico to finish the job off. It will be round number 22. Still a buy available for Liquid. They Faze with almost no money to win this round. Still right in this one, and it's going to be Olofmeister causing a tremendous amount of damage with Stanislaw fighting back as well. We'll head towards the B side again. Not fully committing just yet. In terms of the utility left over, 3 smokes areas. Stanislaw finds a Molotov as well. Guardian set up with the AWP. There we go.
Last-ditch effort for Liquid. Money's not great. $1,400 if they lose the rounds. Haven't won a gun yet. Nico close, sees the shadow, makes quick work. He knows there's going to be more there. Damage already done, but Twist stands tall. And it's Guardian that has to clutch it back. They're both low on HP. JDM on 14, Twist on 32, but a Molotov will hold the AWP at bay. On plant success. Liquid does not know where Guardian is coming from. In fact, JDM still looking at sandbags, should now know with the flashes going in that he can put his attention elsewhere. Guardian gets close. Molotov to the ramp. That's going to allow him up. Gets up, but JDM's got the angle and a gun round achieved. 8 for Liquid in the game.
Could be a few more now as well. That's the money in the bin for the European side. Faze can't buy into this one. 14-8. Finally, some good form from Twist there as well. It looked like Nico with the spray. All 3 of them down. Only gets 1 kill. It's a strong position to be in. You can see the shadows as they come around the corner, especially if they're not flashing or molotoving you out of position. And there will indeed be the ego for Faze. Don't force by this point. You've got a huge lead. You need to completely go all in. 4 deagles and a CZ for Olofmeister. Elige reading the situation well. Brings out the MAC-10. Farms some cash here. Oh my goodness, it might not work out for them though. Elige, he gives that weapon up. It's not a huge deal. The MAC-10 up against armor players doesn't do too much, so it's still a huge advantage for Liquid, of course, but a promising start for Olofmeister.
JDM just peering down the hole to see if anyone will get aggressive with the pistols. Tough times as they get something to work with, but it's so near to the end. If Faze get 2 more rounds, it's all done. 1-2 overtime, and that'll alleviate pressure. Pressure I'm sure they're not even feeling at this point, despite that they're almost 2 double digits on the Liquid side. It's not like it's being convincing.
Agreed. Round 23. Time ticking away now. We're under the 1 minute mark. No real map control picked up for Liquid just yet, but they still have their smoke. Molotov's flashbangers, not too worried at all. They should still be comfortably picking this round up, but the Eagles of the Faze clan can be a very scary prospect indeed. They head towards the A side. Looks like a contact play from what I can work out right now. All 4 players grouping up, sticking together, hoping to refrag, but there are 3 CTs waiting for them.
Yeah, this is...
Molotov as well for Olofmeister. If he's there, he's denying the plant.
This is a scary thought. 23 seconds, a man down already. Walking in to a stacked crossfire, which has a rotation bomb spin drop. Rain's got the first kill, twist response. JDM does the same, but like you say, they've got to get the plant in 12 seconds now, excuse me. Olof's already thrown out the Molotov, so they'll change position for the plant. Thankfully, it gets in, and JDM gets Nico, but it's up to Kerrigan. He's on the flank, and JDM's already considering it. Through the smoke he goes, and JDM has to be more than ready. Whoa. Thankfully, he occupies half the monitor, so it's not an easy, or rather, it would have been a hard miss, an easy shot. And it's the 9th round for Liquid.
Well, there we go. Cool. Quite scary there, I have to say, for Team Liquid. I thought that Molotov might deny the plant. A couple of 1-digs coming through. It's always going to be a little bit difficult to hold off the Faze clan, but Liquid looking for double digits here. And you're right, the scoreline suggests this has been a close game. It certainly hasn't felt like it. Liquid, they're still within it. It won't be the force buy from Faze just yet. They're trying to make sure they win this properly with gun rounds. CZs, PD50s, and a Deagle. They were all armor apart from Olofmeister with some Kevlar. Native gets no nades. And a 4-man stack towards long. Kerrigan holding B by himself. This will be Liquid just biding their time, not giving anything away, waiting for aggression at the very start of the round. Bleed out any utility the CTs may have, work out where the stack lies, execute together, no point saving money at this point. Can't afford to give a single round up. As soon as Faze don't get match point, you know they're going to close it out. Then not a single team of us will allow you to get back into a series.
Mirage, the 3rd map, nuke and train if needed. Liquid giving a challenge on overpass, I should say. I'm waking up a little bit late in the series is one side of it, but Faze also showed up on a form that is almost untouchable. I can't imagine too many teams being able to challenge when they were playing the way they did on Inferno. More to the point, though, if Liquid's able to sneak something away for this map, if somehow they complete this comeback, chance, especially on nuke, that we can go to a 5th map. All they have to do is survive. First off, Kerrigan takes down JDM. However, he has the AWP, and he smokes the leash with it so fast on the flick. Stan does bypass him and get closer to the entry point from the site, and as a result takes down Rain on the UMP. They'll try and get the plant in as fast as they dare before the rotations arrive from Monster. This is a great boost. Oh, jumped up in front, though, baits out the shot. He was looking toward barrels instead in the post. He got one ahead of that time.
Might just want to save the orb at this point.
Might be worth it. More so, save the op, but they've also got the site so closely surrounded. Liquid doesn't have established money. If they can keep them near enough to the bomb, they'll take men down with them, but instead, Faze walk in and Liquid's up to the task. 10th round achieved.
There we go. That's what we wanted. Double digits for Liquid. Got very, very difficult for them after giving up the AWP, and Kerrigan finding the 2nd frag as well. Technically at 5-on-3, but still when the bomb was down, at Perez still looked absolutely fine. I think he saved the AWP and have a really strong buy here. They can just about get it together, but no kits and no head armor for any of the players on the city side. Not usually an issue, but Stanitor only with that UMP, that becomes a lot more powerful now. He's going to run number 25. Faze still looking for match point. They boost up towards middle. It's a classic boost. Guardian nails the first shot. Of course he does. Takes down Nitro. 5-on-4. And they head towards long.
Oh my goodness. Flashed up. Doesn't even need vision. And down goes Elijah as well. The gun's back up for Faze. Seems to be what they were missing, as Kerrigan as well is in the corner at long. And Guardian going back to the site will bait off of him. They bait him in and able to collect Twist and JDM, who are out at that position, at least for now. Stan's waiting for a long flank. All the way back through T-spawn. He's got to consider it. Nice shot initially from Guardian. He'll flash himself back out of the corner. Kerrigan, unaware of that, was blinded, but still just waiting for Guardian to pull them toward. His op is a fishing rod, and he wants to try and bait all the way through and pull JDM directly toward him. Instead, they go back the other way, funnel toward Rain. He's ready for it on top of the garbage, and Stan goes down quite quickly. Guardian re-peeking at this point. He'll confirm no one else is there. Kerrigan will start to play on his own, and he can support Rain. 37 seconds, and not a single pick yet found by Team Liquid. JDM just thinks one more time about the flank, but there's no other consideration, surely. 25 seconds, they're going to try and rush it back. The problem is Kerrigan's already there. They have the information, and Olaf and Nico are still on the site, so there's nothing they can really do with it. In fact, they're hesitating to even make the decision. I think it's going to be a save call on the Liquid side. It's an early save call, so they're going to give it up on the T side, not even go for the bomb site, and they'll try and save the 2 weapons they have to buy and force around it, but this gives up map point to Faze. And they've got to be careful not to die at the end of the round. Twist gets away from the flames. They could still push through. They've got to watch the right direction. Spam from Olaf. They'll survive. They'll get away with it. Just barely.
And they can just about distribute the wealth out to get a decent buy here, but there it is, map points. FaZe Clan homing in on the 2-0 in this best-of-5 grand final at ESL 1 New York. Liquid have shown us a better suit this time, and we're getting a little bit more excited as this grand final goes on, but still not convinced. This is not a team that can win a grand final right now. It's not the Liquid we've seen all week. That's the point I'm trying to make. They are better than this. Still not out of it. Even if they lose this map, there's still time. It's not over until there's 3 maps for FaZe Clan. They will have a bye to put together, round number 26. Orb comes out for JDM, of course, saved from the previous round. Still with the 4 AKs. Not the best of buys. It's Nitro and JDM with only a single smoke in their back pockets. Nothing else to work with. And Guardian just decimating them in the previous round. Aggressive. Manages to get a shot fully blind as well, of course, in the bathrooms area. Nico, 23 frags, just to note. No one really slouching on the FaZe Clan scoreboard. They're doing a very good job. It's JDM who's on 8 for 17, and we said he had to be a protagonist here. He had to make sure he could be leading the frag charts for his team.
Mirage next as well. Liquid are decent on it enough. There's a chance, but we'll get to that when the time arrives. Chad would say we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Back inside the side. Twist just started off Stan. Echoes the sentiment by getting Olaf down at the monster position, and now it's suddenly Liquid with yet another bomb plant. Fast this time. And a save call early from FaZe because they've not built up the money, so Liquid will get 11 and keep their chances on overpass, at least for overtime, alive.
They haven't built up the money, and also they don't need to go for this one. Might as well just keep the AWP out, the 2 rifles as well, and have a decent buy into the next round. They could have gone for it. It wasn't completely over. But when the bomb's down there, you haven't got the players on the site at all. You still have a better 5 rounds to work with. You just need 1 match. So I think this is a wise and informed decision. Let's keep things comfortable. Don't make any risky calls, and it will be a nice fast B approach. F and Liquid works out very nicely for them indeed. The frags can be in for Stanislaw and Twist, and that's all they require. Nice work. As round number 26 will be Liquid. We are going very deep into this second map. 15-11 now. Overtime still certainly an option.
Option, but it's a stretch even still.
Remember, it was 11-4.5, so
it's a good point.
They have done a very good job to actually bring it to this sort of level. They lost the pistol as well and went 2-0 down. So then won a Felico somehow.
Yeah, somehow. And it's economic management ever since. They've been able to keep control of the game, and they may do so again if they can break Faze here. They'll find themselves up toward 13, and we get toward the end of a game, which didn't look likely. This is the most rounds anyone's taken off Faze yet. Good push through from Rain, but it's canceled out immediately. Good positioning from Liquid, but Guardian there as well takes down Nitro. And there he is no more. He'll back off it long and go toward the site at direct. And Liquid has no choice but to slow down. Now the good thing is, as it sits to 3 versus 3, this thins out the defense quite considerably on Overpass, especially a map like Overpass, which does rely on information, does rely on a forward aggressive stance from the CT side.
Smoke towards long A, takes vision away from the CTs. Any all waiting on the other side, can't do much about it, as demonstrated by Guardians. Speculative shot, but there was a slight gap there. He won't be able to use it just yet as the bomb edges its way. Starts to encroach on the bomb site now. 1 minute remaining, Stanislaw's feeling brave, pushes through the smoke. Oh, and it pays off! The double frag! Both headshots as well, and that says surely Olaf Meister has no grounds to win this one.
Stan stepping up, 18th kill for him. Everyone relatively close. The only one that's behind JDM at this point, still alive in the round, is he with his AWP. And as you say, Olaf, no grounds. He's going to go. They have no information. JDM goes down. He gets closer. He's got a kit, remember. And it is Olaf. You can never discount.
Good nade.
This man, when he's on fire and on form, he's tagged up, but does not consider where Stan is. And one of the best rounds he's had all weekend, thankfully, comes now because it's 19th kill for him. 3 in the round, and Liquid on 12 with no money against them.
Here we go. 3K on average per FaZe player. Another Rico required, and Liquid getting closer and closer to that overtime number. It was a bit of a brawl at the very start of the round there. JDM finding some form with the AWP finally with this flashbang play from Stanislaw. The spray control as well on point, takes down the AWP. And that's, like he said, probably the best play he's had all week, and what a time for it to arrive.
Oh, careful with the pressure. The smoke out and gets his gun back ready at the right time, and now it should be straightforward because they are ready for it. If you went down early, could have got upward. It will not. Liquid get 13. We hit round 29. And FaZe Clan now have to feel pressure, surely.
Yeah, now
this
they do.
This is something they did not expect at all. Having not won a gun round until well into the second half, suddenly Liquid find themselves 2 rounds away from forcing overtime.
Double AWP set up for FaZe. We usually say when this comes out, it's a bit desperate, and I would say you're right. The nerves starting to show now. What felt like a guaranteed lock-in game at 11-4, and winning the pistol as well. That started to fall apart a little bit, and Liquid starting to come to life. The boost from the B-bomb side. It's Olaf Meister looking towards the short pipe, but won't get anything just yet.
And he backs off it. It's the boost rather than the jump, which can catch teams off when they walk in because teams are so used to picking toward the jump and cleaning, or rather cleanly peeking it. As Elige goes back around, smoke inside of the bathroom already. Liquid win this, and hold your breath. So we could go a lot further. Rain's behind the smoke in the bathroom. That time, it could be everything. Guardian instead wins on JDM. Nitro goes inside bathrooms as well. If Rain pushed through, he'd be sitting behind all 3. Instead, though, Elige gets far enough forward. There's nothing he can do about responding, and they get behind him and get toward the A site. Stan will have no idea. However, he's still there nearly. Still transfers fast enough to get the kill. 13 HP. Rain survives. But more importantly, bomb down. The problem surrounded. They will be as soon as they try and get a post-plant position. And so they almost do it in a defensive way and holding the site by getting Elige in the corner. He'll flash himself through, knows Rain's low, so it should be a straightforward affair in winning the duel. Now that gives them position to work with. Twist as well holds a tight angle that cheekily catches them off as they enter through. Nitro baits out Olaf as he goes for the deagle, and it's all down to Nico. All down to Nico for regulation, and we might have overtime. Liquid are suddenly alive in the grand final.
Here we go. Now we're starting to believe 4 rounds in a row. One more do it to force it to overtime, and I think that's very likely indeed. 3K per player on the FaZe side, and they're starting to show signs of weakness now, FaZe. They can't hold it off. They had the advantage there as well. Now Elige getting things done after JDM went down to the hands of the AWP. Guardian had to fall back, hold the more defensive line. He stayed in the open, and Elige punished it for him off the back of his teammate's flashbang as well. Found that key frag, and round number 30, we've gone the full distance here. Liquid starting to show up now and show us what they're made of. This is better. This is what we saw from them all week. Tenacity to make it to the 30th rounds after going down. It was 13-4, I believe, or 12-4. 13-4 it was.
Yeah, it was 13-4. Having won like 11-4, 2 rounds to start it off, and then you said somehow the full eco is where they get this game back in their favor.
Well, here we go. The final buy comes through. A scout, a UMP, and a Famas. If they lost this, what a gutting way to finish it would be for Liquid. But if they managed to take it to overtime, everything reset, and the form they're showing now, they might just have a chance here.
Nico and Olaf, the only ones to word B. It's been trades that have favored Liquid. If they trade equally against 2 players in the site, they should be able to hold it off. They go, smoke, lineup, a lineup they've got to get out of. Nico's got them sitting in the rights of the tracks. It goes to the pistol. If they lose like this, it would be a disaster. But what a play from Nico to make it a possibility. Stanislaw, he's taking himself down.
It was a decoy, I think, or something. What was that?
I think you're right. That might have been a Moxie and taken himself out with a decoy. JDM has the AWP in a 1 versus 5. There was absolutely no flames.
I think it was a decoy that went off. I'm not sure. We need to know.
No, what's an absolutely awkward situation, and that's it. Guardian with the scout finds JDM. It's Nico that shuts them down. And poor Liquid, after a great comeback and overtime that seemed almost inevitable, go down 0-2, and FaZe are 1 map away from a grand final. But at least Liquid had some form, which means we may have a game on Mirage.
I think we certainly do. That was exciting towards the end. It felt like Liquid started to get everything together. The mistakes started being made by FaZe. The money wasn't there for them, and we started to see Stanislaw come to life. Elige with some great moments as well, and Twist finally showing us what he's made of in the grand final. Maybe we have a few more maps to go here as well. We do move on to Mirage next, where I still favour FaZe, but that's where Liquid are very well versed as well. And I'm hoping that Liquid can give us a similar performance. They need to come out of the trap hot here to stand a chance.